back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
She's back. I'm so glad you're back.
Thank you. I missed you.
I missed you. Don't ever do that to me again.
You know what? I would rather not. I would rather not do that again.
So not well.
No, man. You know what? It's just kicked my butt.
I know.
I slept like for days. Days and days. I didn't know what day it was. I just kept waking up.
Well, it's Monday now.
Yay,
December the 3rd?
December 3rd.
Wow.
Man, December.
We started doing this in April?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're old.
Have you started Christmas shopping yet? No, eh?
I don't Christmas shop.
Oh, at all?
Well, no.
You don't buy anything for Keith?
No.
Keith.
What?
Aww.
We don't have any money.
You should get him like at least a stocking.
He has a house because of me. Isn't that enough?
Well, yeah, I suppose if you put it that way, hun.
Well, no, I guess because we always went. Our gift was always that we went away.
Yeah.
We always went. This year, I have a job now that won't allow me to go away on vacation.
Can't do it.
Because all of you people at home are so demanding.
Yes, that's right.
Did you call our 2 viewers and apologize for not being here on
I
Friday?
did. I called both of them. One was out of town, but the other one said, "It's okay, Lou. We're good. Don't let it happen again."
I heard
said,
from
"All right."
a friend of mine, Georgina Nacarado, who said that she couldn't wait for you to come back because she wanted to hear the news read properly.
Ouch.
I wasn't trying to read the news properly. I was just trying to tell you what happened.
Oh, we know. We know you. Thank you, Georgina. It's awfully good to be back. Big news over the weekend across the river. George H.W. Bush passed away. Man, there's a man who was the last of a generation. He was the last president who actually served in World War II. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, yeah, and you know what? This is the time, right? Over and over and over and over again, all of the comments come and people come out of the woodwork to speak so highly of him.
Not everybody.
Boy, no.
I read some very interesting articles about people talking about the Iran-Contra affair, about sending all the money and arms to Nicaragua,
yes,
to support the rebels.
Yeah, he was that one-term president.
He started wars that didn't need to get started, and he stuck his business in. Yeah. He also. Anyway, there was a lot of negative stuff as well as positive stuff.
Hey, you know what? I have to do a retraction.
Why?
A couple of weeks ago, maybe a week and a half or so ago, I said something on the air that I would like to retract.
Oh.
Because I was talking about the California fires, and I said, I don't understand how the biggest, most powerful country in the world can have forest fires that kill people.
Okay.
I watched a story on the weekend, and the fire was moving. Every second it was moving as quickly, it was moving the distance of a football field every second. That totally changed my perspective. Whoa. And you know what? I had no idea. I honestly had no idea.
And if you think about it, I mean, in our own country,
right?
The wildfires that we had have killed people, and we're not a country without resources.
No,
so
that's right.
Sometimes nature just
she takes over, man. I tell you, boy. So I just wanted to say
that was nice of you.
Well,
to say
you know
that.
what? I don't want to sound flip about things like that because it's important. But lots of people are at a loss there, huge loss.
Yeah. You know what you're mentioning George Bush? It's kind of interesting that this is actually the anniversary of the end of the Cold War. On December the 3rd,
wow.
George H.W. Bush and Mikhail Gorbachev declared an end of the Cold War on this date.
That was a relief.
Yeah.
It was sort of that thing that always
Gorbachev,
hung.
Tear down that wall. Who said that? That wasn't
Reagan.
That was Reagan.
Yeah.
And then it did get torn down. Did it get torn down while Bush was president?
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
Yeah, it started to go. And one of the stories I watched about him, the reporter asked him, like, why aren't you, taking credit and boasting? And basically he was asking him. And Mr. Bush said, you know what? We still need to play. We need to play nice with these folks. And he said, I am not the type of person to rub their nose in it. He was very seemingly very elegant.
He was a diplomat, absolutely.
Yes,
and as you say, a career.
Yes.
A career. I mean, dedicated to his country from as a veteran and in politics. So
CIA. He was the head of the CIA.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So he. Yeah.
Regardless,
definitely.
I guess, of where you stand, the man dedicated himself to his country.
Exactly.
Like no other.
Absolutely.
Well, not like no other. Others have done it, but I mean, if you think about it, only 45 people in the history of the United States have been president.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
And in one story I saw, the reporter referred to George W. Bush as 43.
Oh.
Didn't even say his name.
It's funny they call them numbers.
Yeah, 43. Hey, big news in the freaking Canadian space industry.
Another guy's going up into space on a Russian thing.
David Saint-Jacques, 6-month mission today.
So, when it comes to space, we're friends with the Russians?
We're always friends with the Russians. We're friends with everyone. We're Canadian. We've worked together like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we still have sanctions, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
So there's some areas where you just don't agree with their politics, and some areas where you say, hey, with space, we're
you know what? In space, there's no sanctions. There's no boundaries. There's no
outer
borders.
Space. There's no borders in space.
No, none.
Oh, that's deep.
And there's no trade. You know, there's nothing.
Well, I bet they trade stuff on the spaceship.
Yeah, maybe.
Spaceship. Do they call it a spaceship?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound right.
No.
Where do they go?
Up.
What are they exploring?
Stuff.
Do they dock anywhere?
No.
I don't know anything.
There's a news story coming up in my newscast, and Roberta Bondar, of course, our very own, speaks of. She's actually playing a role in this mission, so it's interesting. So
really?
Yes.
It's in the news.
She's working. She's working with David Saint-Jacques, as she calls him. So
there's Roberta. Look how young Roberta was when she went up into space.
What an awesome ambassador for our city, right?
And an amazing talent too.
And so lovely. Just lovely. No pretension.
I've never met her.
No. I've gotten to interview her probably 3 or 4 times. I was so lucky.
I've done jokes about her, so I don't want to meet her.
Yeah. I bet she has a good sense of humor.
I hope so.
Yeah, I bet you.
Okay, I never heard of this before. I've been around as long as the bridge has. It was built in 1962. I was built in 1962. I've never heard the bridge closing because of falling snow.
Right?
That happened this weekend.
Ice too. Not just snow, but ice.
That was the problem. I think that was weighty snow. All my trees are like, wow.
Yeah.
So they closed the bridge for a while.
They shut her down. Only a couple hours, it seems like.
I don't know. I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Had you?
Started about 5 o'clock, and then around 8:30 last evening, they opened it up again. But of course, traffic was, escorted and pretty slow to go.
Yeah, I'd never heard that before.
Yeah, no, isn't that awesome? I mean, in a scary, awesome way.
We have speaking of scary, we have what do you call that thing in our newsroom where we can hear the police and stuff?
Scanner.
We have a scanner here. I'm so not a news person. But we have a scanner, so we get to hear the different calls that go out.
Yes.
And last week, 2 days in a row, 7 o'clock in the morning, we're in the and I hear on the scanner a call to a certain address, and they said a suspected overdose. And then the next day, same street, different address, just up the street, suspected overdose the next morning. And then I read, we've had 3 deaths in 2 days. Somebody died on Wednesday, and 2 more died on Thursday. And they think it's all from opioids. In 2 days, 3 people.
Boy, that's gotta be.
Get your Naxalon kits, please. And also, who's dealing this stuff?
Right. And what are they? Obviously, they're cutting it with dangerous.
If you're partying with these people, or know where they're getting it, turn that person in.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
You know what? It's one thing to use, but it's another thing to
allow that to go on.
To allow the potential of murder. Really, in my mind, that's what it ends up being. You're murdering people because you're giving them product that they can't go without or don't want to go without, and it's killing them.
See, like these strains come into town, man.
It's Sault Ste. Marie. What?
I know.
But there were 2 beavers who went into a store.
Is this a joke? Two beavers walk into a store and one says to the other.
You know what though? So funny. In Massachusetts, these two big beavers, like just, you know how you step on the spot and then the doors open and there's like an in-between? One came in, walked around the store, and then another one followed him in. So you see the guys just like trying to get the
lumber store?
I don't know.
That would have been funny.
Nah, that was funny.
Or I'm glad you lightened the mood. I have some other fun stuff on the show. Sean Boileau is here.
Yay.
Yes, constable. And he has been working with the Special Olympics. He's on special assignment. And we know that the 2019 Ontario Special Olympics Winter Games are coming to Sault Ste. Marie.
Yes.
In the new year. And so they're having this great party, A Night with the Stars. So Sean's going to talk about that gala coming up in December. And then really cool interviews that I taped with two brain injury survivors and members of the Brain Injury Association who work with the brain injury survivors in Sault Ste. Marie. So we've got some really interesting stories coming up later in the show. Plus, you have the news.
Yes, I do. So please stay with Mornings. Luann and Tim will be back right after this.
Sean Boileau, the countdown is on.
It is.
We're into December.
Yep.
The Special Olympics, January is happening? January into February or what?
Time's flying. Definitely. Opening ceremonies are the 31st of January.
31st of January.
Countdown's on.
Holy smokes. Okay, so how are things going from your perspective?
Doing well.
Yeah.
You know what? We've had a number of different fundraising events over the year, and we're into the prime setting up the events now. So things have switched gears a little bit, where we're not fundraising so much, and we're just into the meat and potatoes of getting things organized.
Getting things organized for the actual
All of a sudden we're going to have 500 people, 500 athletes showing up, and we got to make sure that
500 athletes plus their trainers, plus their families and friends, plus spectators, plus
about 2,000 people come to the city for 4 days. So
I love it. I love it.
That's great.
So we do have one more fundraiser coming up.
We do. Again, we've been planning it for months, and now it's just kind of it's time to let the tickets sell and let things organize themselves. But
December 15th, is that the date?
Yeah, it's coming up. Actually, it's the A Night with the Stars. So the whole tagline for our games are Stars Meet, which is, it's a play on Eunice Kennedy Shriver, who is the founder of Special Olympics. She called the Special Olympics athletes her stars.
Yeah.
Because they're the people that we look up to see how they treat each other and to live a life like they do, just to try and succeed at everything they do. So that's where Stars Meet comes from. Sault Ste. Marie's
I didn't know that about Eunice Kennedy Shriver.
Yeah, it's an ancient meeting place, and that's their stars are
the
coming
Olympics,
to meet here.
yes.
So A Night with the Stars is a fundraiser. It's just an excuse to get dressed up. We're we wanted to get together near Christmas time, so we put together a delicious dinner at Quattro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you going to be in the ballroom at Quattro?
We are going to be at the ballroom.
Hey, you know what? That's a really good idea, actually. If you're a business, for instance, say, and maybe a smaller business who doesn't really have enough staff to go out and rent a dining hall or a banquet room or something, this would be a great reason to get together and go out. Everything is taken care of. The entertainment's there, the food is there. It's all for a great cause. You can celebrate your Christmas or your holidays, whatever you celebrate.
A great meal, dinner, dancing. We're going to have a number of items that have been donated for silent auction.
Auction
you can
items.
even go home with a couple Christmas gifts.
You can do your Christmas shopping after having a fabulous meal before you dance, right?
Yeah.
Who's the entertainment? Do you know?
Actually, Ace Productions is coming in. And
Ryan!
Yeah, Ryan is coming in.
Byrne from Ace Productions.
We're doing a photo booth for everybody so they can go home with a memoir.
Right.
But the prime thing for us at this point, Quattro's put together a delicious meal. We've added about a $20 fee on top of that. So tickets are $75. With that, for every $20 that's raised, though, we're looking at goals. We're into the prime time now where people are adopting our athletes. It costs $500 to adopt an athlete.
Oh, okay.
And so for each $20 when you have everybody sitting at a table, you're slowly adding up, and our goal is to have as many of our athletes adopted as possible come games time. So at $500 a piece to adopt each athlete, you know, when you look at a table of 10, you start adding up pretty quickly when you fill up a ballroom.
$500 an athlete, and there's 500 athletes. Is that $250,000?
It's $250,000. Yeah.
So okay,
and that basically scratches covering some of the expenses. It costs about $500 to house each athlete while they're here. Not to include the expenses of putting on the event itself, just to pay for their hotel rooms, pay for their meals, pay for their transportation to get them around the city. So that's where that $500 comes from. It's the cost of us putting them up while they're here in the city.
So, I mean, you're going to go out, you're going to have a great meal, you're going to have a good time, and you're going to support this amazing cause.
Yeah, it's going to be great at the end of the night to see how many people are there and be able to add up and say, hey, we adopted 25 athletes.
Do you know what your capacity is for the event?
We have it set at 400.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Okay, yeah. So we need 400. How are ticket sales going so far?
Ticket sales are going well.
We needed to kick in now.
This is the last week that we have.
Okay.
Quattro wants to ensure that they have numbers in advance, and we have until basically next Monday to sell as many tickets as we can.
So the push is on.
Yeah, definitely.
Where do we get the tickets, Sean?
Tickets can be found online, ssm2019games.com. That's our website.
2019games.com. Okay.
Yeah. Or you can come down to our office, which is the second floor at 1 Herrick Street, the Center of Social Justice.
Oh, the old convent.
It is the old convent.
Go down there and see. You guys are great down. Christina Couture works out of there.
She's down on the main floor.
Amazing work in there just to go and see that building.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's been an interesting place. You know, the church has been great, donated the space to us.
Precious Blood Day. And thank you, Father Hamish, and all the folks at Precious Blood for supporting the Special Olympics.
Yeah. So it's all of our staff are up on the second floor, and it's been an interesting year.
So tickets are there.
Yeah, tickets
or
are there,
online.
Or online, yeah.
Does Quattro have any, or they're not dealing with
No, they don't have any tickets.
This is going to be, so there you go. You got to go online or go down to 1 Herrick Street. Yeah. And you want to get this done before the end of the week, because obviously they do need their numbers in so they know how many to cook for.
Help us adopt some athletes.
Oh, absolutely. And then, so now the games start January 31st. Is that the big, well, tell me about the opening ceremonies. That's going to be something.
Opening ceremonies are going to be televised by Shaw. Okay. Again, it's about an hour and a half long production. It's full concert staging, lighting, sound. We have a number of different local entertainment that are going to be involved, and definitely putting a Sault Ste. Marie spin on opening ceremonies. Nice. With all these people coming up.
Do you have a lot of police and first responders coming for this event?
Yeah, we do actually.
Because you guys, I mean, we're
hosting an international law enforcement torch run conference on the American side at the same time. Okay. So we're looking at bringing between 200 to 300 police officers up for that conference. Whoa. They are then going to run across the international bridge. Yeah. And bring the Flame of Hope from the United States into Canada and run it right into.
Is that all happening as part of the opening on the 31st?
Yeah. All part of it.
It's going to be magical.
It's awesome.
And then some of the places where you're having the events, I know, will you be at Searchmont, I assume?
Yeah. Searchmont is going to be our alpine skiing as well as snowshoeing. Yeah. And then we have Hiawatha for our Nordic skiing.
Okay.
Curling is just over here at the Community First Curling Center. And then we have our 2 skating events, which are the figure skating and speed skating are going to be down at the roads.
Oh my gosh.
The 1st and 2nd of February, it's going to be nothing but sporting events all day, and then closing ceremonies will hit. It's down at the Sioux Community Theater for closing ceremonies.
Is that where you're doing that?
We are.
Oh wow, so that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue, and then we throw a party for our athletes, a victory party, and so they'll come right out into a dance. Again, Ace is going to help us with that. Yeah. They're going to do a video dance for all of our athletes, and then all of a sudden it's done.
Is that after all that hard work?
A year of work and done.
It's going to be worth it, Sean. Oh, yeah, it really is. And so you can get out and support the 2019 Ontario Special Olympics Winter Games, right? Did I say it right? No.
Special Olympics
Ontario Winter Games.
Yeah.
I knew I got all the words in just the wrong order. But don't miss out. So December the 15th, there's the poster. It's up on the screen right now. A night with the stars. Support the athletes. Adopt an athlete. Hey, if somebody just wanted to come out and say, here's $500, I want to adopt an athlete, can they do that?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Contact our office, or again, you can do that right on the website.
And the website again is?
ssm2019games.com.
absolutely fantastic. Sean Bulio, always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all the work you're doing, and we'll be back with, let's see, more banter with Luann than the news. Right after this, don't go anywhere on Mornings with Luann and Tim.
And welcome back.
I just saw a sneak preview of something popped up on the screen of me doing an interview.
Oh, really?
I think it's our next guests, but anyway.
He's such a show hog. He just wants to be on all the, even when he's not on, he's on, he's on, he's on. He's always on.
It's my sister's birthday party today.
Is it?
Yes, Michaela, happy birthday on December the 1st.
Michaela, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's the one who said that I should get the other mug number.
Right, because you were, yes, covering up your name.
We don't even need to finish that.
No, I know. Anymore. We're like this old, married couple. Hey, speaking of.
What?
Ellen DeGeneres and Portia. DeRossi, thank you. Started dating 15 years ago. Very recently, it was their 15-year anniversary. So there's a video on Twitter this morning, and Ellen's all proud of herself. She says, oh, so I had a plane fly by our house. They live on a beach. And, you know, you can see the plane, and it says a Porsche, Ellen Hart Porsche 15. The plane's about this big. Ellen says, I guess I should have sort of maybe indicated that we needed to be a bit closer.
You mean they couldn't even see it?
No, it was like a dot. It was
there they are.
Yeah. So she said, I described it to her very well, very nicely.
She can afford to rent a plane because we found out that she is, what, the second highest paid television host after Judge Judy?
And you know what? I have to say, Judge Judy was like 147 million, and Ellen was only 90-something million.
Oh, look. Wait. What's that say?
Oh, that's from...
One. What is that?
Their first anniversary, maybe?
I have no idea why Michael showed us that. Skywriting. He's just grabbing stuff off the internet.
Because, you know what? Because he's like on it. He's listening. He's paying attention. He got a picture of Ellen and Portia. Thank you, Michael.
Where's a picture of me and Keith? Oh, the dolphins. I interviewed a lady.
Dolphins?
Well, I interviewed a lady who wrote a book, Mystical Dolphin. It's a children's book.
Oh,
and
cool.
So, but she didn't have an actual graphic of her book to put up on. You know how we like to have a graphic to put on the screen. She didn't have a graphic. I was like, well, I have a dolphin graphic, and I went and I got this picture of me and Keith holding a dolphin.
Really?
We were on vacation.
Oh, I've seen that picture.
Well, yeah, we put it up, and she looked at it, and she went, mm-mm. So then we found a better one of some mystical dolphins. She didn't want to see Keith and I in our topless attire.
No, in your Speedos. Yeah, and there's enough of that.
It's nice that Ellen and Portia can celebrate 15 years of and they're married now.
Yes, they are.
There's a married couple that was, one was a paramedic and one was a firefighter, and they were married, and they worked together. I think in Alberta.
Oh,
maybe Saskatchewan.
That's hard to do.
It's in the well. The problem was sometimes they'd call each other babe.
Yes.
And they would talk like a married couple.
Yeah.
And they would also use the word wife. And they got told that they couldn't call each other wife at work.
Oh.
Because it made certain other staff members uncomfortable because they didn't believe in gay marriage. They quit.
This day and age?
They quit. And now there's a human rights case being brought against the people who... And they recorded some of the meetings, and in the meetings, the bosses are actually saying, yeah, you're being discriminated against because people are uncomfortable, and it's too bad, and so they're gonna, court case.
Oh, you know what? Big money settlement there.
So there you go. It's legal to be married in Canada, but just don't talk about it if you're gay.
Hey, did you watch the Victoria's Secret Angel show last night?
No, but somebody got upset about it. Some celebrity.
Adriana Lima has been an angel, a Victoria's Secret angel, for 20 years. And last night was her last walk down. Man, I like to watch it just to see how their bodies work, because they're gorgeous. And their legs, like seriously, like right here, their legs are solid. And they're cut like up to here.
Yeah.
So, and you can see like a little jiggle there. And even that's attractive.
So I saw, I don't know what the headline was.
Angels.
I saw a headline somewhere about somebody saying that it was not, some celebrity talking about that, saying that they didn't think it was diverse enough or something. I don't even know.
Oh.
I thought you were going to talk about that, but maybe I'll look that up and find out what it was.
She got all choked up. She got to the end of the runway.
Angel.
Yes.
Her final run.
Her final run. And she had some conservative undergarments on.
20
They
years.
were about that wide, as opposed to that wide.
You could use them for an eye patch.
Yeah, you know what, though? If I looked like that, guess what I'd be wearing? A little Band-Aid.
I remember, was it Rosie O'Donnell saying, if I looked like that, I would be walking, shopping naked in the frozen food aisle.
There's a visual for you.
Yeah. You have the news coming up after this break, so don't go anywhere, because I need to hear what's going on in this city and this country and this world. So I turn to you, my friend Lou.
Thank you so much.
Be back right after this. I first met Andrew Snell. Let's see, Andrew, we were on the deck of the Rockstar Bar.
Yes.
Yes, we were. I was with 100 Men Who Care, and you are with the Brain Injury Association, right?
That's correct.
You and your story is fascinating, and I invited you on the show because I wanted you to share your story with our audience here at ONNtv on Mornings with Luann and Tim. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, I was on my way home from school. Mm-hmm. I was in grade 6, and I was coming home, and I usually wore my helmet, and I was given a special safety badge from the Metro Toronto Police at this bicycle course that I attended, and I was totally doing right stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
But this was the one day I forgot my helmet in the locker area, which was real unusual for me.
Wow.
And I was coming home. I stopped, got off my bike, pressed the crosswalk flash button. Then I started to go across the crosswalk when cars and other vehicles were, bus and other vehicles were stopped. And the one thing I didn't see was this car coming up behind the traffic, and it went right through the light, hitting me like 20 feet in the air. I came down, smashed the back of my head on the road, and I was in a coma for 2 months. And when my parents came to the hospital, I couldn't walk, talk, make my body move the way I wanted it to. I was in a coma. It was like I was sleeping when my parents came to the hospital.
Can I ask you, when you came out of the coma, did you have memory of the accident? I guess you don't call it an accident, of the injury.
No.
No recollection of it?
Not at all.
What were the doctors saying about your prognosis at that time? What were they saying they thought would be your future?
I can't remember that far back.
Yeah.
But I should have been dead because I was this close. Like, they had to give me a police run to the hospital and everything, and it was horrible.
How old were you again?
11.
Oh my gosh. And so then how, after that, and you come out of the coma, How did you get to where you are? That you can talk and you're funny and well, you are. You got a great sense of humor. You know that, and you are so independent. How you must have worked so hard to make this happen.
Well, yeah, I did. I went to rehabilitation center, Hugh McMillan, and I spent a lot of time there. 13 months, and then, 14, sorry. And then afterwards, I just did what I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined now by the one and only Kimberly Ann Anderson. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi.
Nice to see you again. We've known each other for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. You tell the audience a little bit about your story. Tell them the Kimberly Avery Anderson story. Okay. Oh, yeah. We want to hear all the details.
Not all.
Not all. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
My name is Kim Anderson, and when I was 8 months old, I was involved in a car accident, in which I acquired a brain injury.
You were just a little baby.
Yep.
Wow. Then what happened?
My mother who had worked on me tremendously because there was no rehab back then.
Imagine that. Wow.
Of course, the whole family pitched in. Even my brother, that was a few years younger than me. When he started to learn to walk, that encouraged me to start learning how to walk.
Come on, so your brother started to walk and that made you want to learn? Honestly, that's amazing.
I have conquered all because the doctors back then said that if I live, I will become a vegetable. But Grandpa told the doctors that I will walk, talk, and do whatever she wants. Well, I didn't, and I am living proof of that.
Your grandpa was right, eh? Look at you. They said that you'd never be able to do this. And now, not only have you grown up, you're married.
Yeah. I'm into that part.
Oh, you'll get to that later on. I know I'm jumping the gun. I'm excited, Kimberly. Okay, so now you go.
You're jumping the gun.
You went to school, public school?
I went to speech therapy in public school. And therapy for my walking at school and home. I went through public and high school without trouble.
So the same class as everybody else your age, is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You went to Sioux College?
Went to Sioux College.
Hey, good for you.
And, yeah.
And
got married women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved out.
Oh, you moved out in 1997?
I moved out in 1997, lovely, and got married to Mark in June of 2003.
So you've been married for 15 years?
Yeah.
You're an old married woman, Kimberly.
Yeah, wait, okay,
Okay.
Whatever you say.
Whatever I say.
Whatever you say. I'm not complaining.
Okay, so now what's it say?
Well, I did it.
You sure did.
If people say I can't do that, well, tough. I prove everyone wrong and show them that I can. My parents have done wonderful.
Well, their parents have done wonderful, and so have you. That takes a lot of hard work. you got to really, really focus extra hard, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what else do you have for me? Oh, the Brain Injury Association. I want to know. You're going to tell me how they helped you? That's what it says there.
I know, but
What's it say?
the Brain Injury Association has helped with some memory problems.
Oh, so they give you tips on that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And coping skills.
Oh, that's important.
And some information that look interesting to me.
So basically, you can talk to the people from the Brain Injury Association and say, I want to learn more about this, or tell me about this, and help me get through this.
Yes.
And they basically, so it's almost like having a counselor, eh?
Yeah.
Kimberly, you know what?
Yeah.
It's nice spending time with you again. Speaking of winners, I think you're a winner.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. Okay, now we're going to have an interview with the folks from the Brain Injury Association. So let's see what they have to say about you.
I'm bad.
I don't think they're going to say that. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
I know. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
Okay.
They know I'm not bad.
Joining me now, I have on my left, this is Christy McClure, and on my right, Chantel, your last name is?
Scopacasa.
I'm glad you said it, not me. Chantel, tell me about your position, what your job is, and what you do. What's your title?
I'm the peer support coordinator, and I guess kind of like the community integration worker. So any community involvement that we have with local stuff, yeah, brain injury survivors, support groups, any parades, anywhere we can have a table with information. I'm usually the one who sets up the tables and goes to all those. And
so you're sort of the face that we see in the community.
yeah, basically.
Okay, and you're not. Where's your face? You're the executive secretary for the Brain Injury Association. What does that mean?
That's correct. So what I do is, so as part of the board of directors, I also work alongside Chantel in raising awareness, getting out into the community as much as possible, and joining different committees within the Sault Ste. Marie area to, let the community know what's out there.
Okay, and what the resources are. Now, speaking of that, we met two brain injury survivors. We met Andrew, and we met Kimberly. And Kimberly was saying she's really has been very involved with the Brain Injury Association through her recovery and through overcoming barriers. Can you talk about some of the services that you provide or the resources that you can connect brain injury survivors to?
So I run a survivor support group. I think that's actually how I met Kim. She's, ever since I started 4 years ago with the association, she's been a part of it. So the survivor support groups, we're kind of between spaces right now. So we've been, Rome's donated the community room for us. I'm using this room for some of them. We don't really...
This is through the generosity of NorPro?
Yes, my amazing boss, Brad Gregorini with NorPro. He's very good to me.
So supportive.
Yeah. So the survivor support groups is survivors, and I even, if they want to bring their caregivers the first few times, that's fine. So basically, I'll come with one topic and some information, and then I kind of let them take the lead, and they can discuss any barriers they're having right now and get some tips and tricks from the other survivors. Talk to me. I'm always there to help with some information, and they give me things that they want to know more about, and I help them find the resources they need to get the answers that they need.
Wow. And as far as liaising with other agencies, is that something that the Brain Injury Association does as well?
Absolutely. So we do our best to collaborate with the other agencies in the area. That's a huge piece with the association is working together and making sure that the survivors and the caregivers in the area are getting the best supports that they can.
And so if people wanted to, if they know someone, if they have a friend or a family member who is a survivor of a brain injury and they want more information, the way to contact you best is how then?
Probably via email.
Okay.
We do have an association phone. we can, or do you want me to say the phone
Yeah, you know
number?
what? Say the phone number, and as you say it, we'll put it up on the screen underneath for the magic of television.
Okay. The phone number is 705-971-1050. If someone doesn't answer it, you can just leave a voicemail.
Would it generally be you, though, Christy? Oh, you're Christy. Chantel.
It would be Christy now.
Hi, Christy.
I handed the phone over to her a couple months ago.
The phone. Now, I think this is important to note that this association could really use some space and some financial support, because these lovely women are basically working out of their own homes, and they have limited resources. There's just not enough funding right now. And so maybe, is there a way the community can support? I know that you're doing some fundraising activities coming up. Absolutely. Let's talk about that.
Okay, well, we have a tournament coming up to Sault Ste. Marie on June 26th, 2019. It's with the Brain Injury Association of Sault Ste. Marie in collaboration with Stride Rehabilitation Services.
Okay.
This program is coming up from the south. It's called the HABIT program, which is helping acquire brain injury treatment. This program is going to provide funding to children and families who don't fall under the insurance funding.
Oh.
So children who have had falls, concussions, but require the rehab support that would normally be covered, again, through insurance. So this program will be strictly through fundraising efforts, through this golf tournament, through donations and sponsorships. We are in the process right now of letting the community know. So if there's any interest, please feel free to contact me either at the Brain Injury Association or through Stride Rehab Services. And I would be happy to provide you with more information on how you can assist. We're looking for volunteers, financial donations, even just spreading the word, if you can do that to let the community know. It's going to be for all northern families from Sudbury to Sault Ste. Marie and beyond.
That whole district.
Yeah.
And you're looking at June for the tournament?
June 26, 2019 at the Sault Ste. Marie Golf Club.
So there's lots of time to get involved, and that's what we're really looking for, is community involvement, and that's why you guys are here.
Yes.
That's what we're promoting this for, and that's why we also wanted to meet Kimberly and Andrew to tell the community there are vibrant, loving, talented, kind, amazing people who, through no fault of their own, are surviving with the brain injuries, and all they really want is a quality of life that each of us enjoys, and they are as entitled to as we. So. And that's up to us to give them that. And we know that Sault Ste. Marie does this all the time. You always come to the aid of people who are in need. And the Brain Injury Association needs your help.
That's right.
So once again, let's hear the phone number.
705-971-1050.
But Chantel won't answer. Christy will. And Christy, is there a website?
There is, yes. So it can be at
SooBrainInjury.com. So it's SOO braininjury.com.
Okay.
And on there you'll find I update it all the time with our next support groups, our peer support program, which is mentors and partners helping each other out via telephone. Everything's on there.
All right. That's all they need to know.
Wonderful.
Hey, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for inviting us down here.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Well, you're going to come back on the show, because as the golf tournament gets closer and we want some more support, we're going to have you into the studio and have a little interview, and maybe Kimberly will come back again and make another appearance.
Yeah, Kimberly and Andrew, these two just...
The stars of the show, I'm telling you. Yeah. We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. Don't go anywhere.
We wanted to come and say goodbye, and then we didn't.
We're here.
We're here, but we're not. We're here, but we're not.
We were sitting talking, all of a sudden I saw myself come on the monitor. I was like, are we...
Thank goodness he wasn't swearing for a change.
I swore after.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a Monday. What do you want?
It's Monday. It's
the switcher
all
didn't
good.
work right. That wasn't Michael's fault. That's never Michael's fault.
You know what? No, it isn't.
It's my fault.
It was your fault.
Blame me.
Way to go, Tim.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
You're not going to be sick, are you?
No way. No.
See you on Tuesday. Have a great Monday.